Hi, this is a training video for Farmers State Bank on the WordPress site. And I have two pages open here. The first on the left is the login page, and on the right, the front side of the site, so you can see what changes we're making. First off, you want to go to this location with the /WP admin at the end. Put in your username and password and log in. And all that information should be on your red sheet that you received after the site launched. From there, you'll see several items over here in the left navigation, including pages. When you click on pages, you'll see all of the pages within the site, and you can edit any of those. For instance, the About Us page. I'll click over here on About Us too, so you can see both sides of that. Actually, I'm going to go to history because it looks like About Us is just a placeholder. So let's go back and let's go to history. Okay, there we go. First off, you'll see that down here in the lower right, there's a featured image. The featured image is what shows up at the top next to the account access box. And that can easily be added, removed, swapped out. When you remove a featured image, it'll give you the option to set it again, and it'll take you to the media library. And you'll see that we have several images already in the media library that you can choose from, but also you can certainly go to Upload File and select any file that you want. Make sure the files aren't too huge. They really need to be an appropriate size. Also, that you have rights to those photos. That's always important to remember, that you own the copyright for that photo, and you're not just taking it randomly off the internet. The content of the actual page is here in this box, as you see over here on the front side, and it's pretty easy to use. You just highlight, type into this. There are style sheets, so any regular type within a site will be the paragraph text, and then these are heading text in order. This isn't what they actually look like. It's just that the largest heading is heading 1, the next largest is 2, 3, 4, and so on. So you can set different headings on a page so that they really stand out better. And all the kind of normal formatting tools as far as alignment goes. You could also highlight text and click on the link button and then paste the URL that you'd like to link to. Or you can go to this and it will show you all of the pages within your site if you wanted to link to a page within your site, and then add link, and it'll automatically add that link in. It's a little trickier if you wanted to add a PDF, but you can. Let's highlight some text, add media, and then at that point you could choose from your media library, or you can upload a file. And let's say I want to link to this PDF. What I would recommend, this is the easiest way if you ask me, you copy URL and then you close out. And so then when you go back here, and let's say this needs to be the link to the PDF, you click the insert link and you paste in that copied URL, and be sure to hit apply. And now you have a link to the PDF. And then if after you make any changes, be sure to hit the blue update button. That will go ahead and publish them so that you see it on the front. And I'm not going to do that now, obviously, because I made some changes that aren't correct. Also, another thing to realize, if you don't see all of these options down here, click this button right here. This is a toolbar toggle. Probably the most frequent question that we get is, where are all those extra tools? And it's just this button right here that opens and closes. One more thing you might need to is formatting. So underneath formats, we have some kind of custom ones that we built. One is a button, and then there's white text, and in this case blue text. You're probably not going to need that a whole lot, but the white text in the button will help out, so that if you needed to make a certain element a button, you would just click this, and then when you publish it, it would appear to be a button. Now, you have to also link where it should go, so both things are necessary. Format it to look like a button, link it to the appropriate place by clicking on the page within your site. And remember, when you're done, to hit the blue update button, And you can even hit preview and it'll show you the front side, or you could just refresh your page to be able to see those changes. Okay, next up, let's talk about the home page. The home page is actually not a regular page. So let's go back here to the very beginning. And the home page is under Appearance and Widgets. So there are elements within here, and you can kind of see we're looking mostly in this right-hand column here. Header right, primary sidebar, secondary sidebar, before header, home top, all of that. So because the home page is a completely different format than all the other pages, it's under Appearance and Widgets. And then you can see within header right, we have, which actually this starts on the left, but we have the FSB logo, and then it goes down through. It shows the navigation menu next. And these are just all the elements that are added in. And then actually this next one, there's a navigation menu for social, and there's a navigation menu that is called main. That's this one and this one. This social navigation menu only has one item in it right now, which is Facebook. Second item in the list is the primary sidebar. That's actually just your account access. You don't want to change anything there. That's hard coded in there. I would not make any changes. But you can go down a little bit further here. Keep opening these up till I get the right thing. The visual editor, here we go. If you wanted to change the text in this purple box, that's right here under Home Top. And then you can type in text and slide down a little bit here, and there will be a save button. When you've made a change, you'll be able to hit save. Okay. And then you can kind of click down through. Also, under home bottom, you can see ATM locations, rates, the hours, and the contact information. If you needed to change any of these items, they're here in these boxes. And that's probably the most of what you would need to change on the home page. Again, home page is under Appearance and Widgets. Now, you're probably wondering what about the big picture? That falls under Slider Revolution. So I'm going to leave this page without saving. I know I've made changes, but we don't need those changes. Slider Revolution, whoops, go back here again. Slider Revolution is where these images are stored on the home page. And there's only one slider in your website. It's called Home. I can click on the pencil, and it will show me that within here, I'm going to spread this out just a little bit so you can see it a little bit better. You can see this image right here that's in the slide. Slide 2. There's slide 2 with the other image. If I wanted to change out the background image, change the image that's in there currently, I could go to, looks like these are set up. So you just double click and you can go and select another image within your media library, or upload another image to your media library by clicking here in the upper left. Okay, same with slide 1. Certainly I'm going to leave without changes. Slide 1, I can double click and select a new image. I can also just go ahead and add a new blank slide and add a photo into that. So that's another way to do it, or sometimes it's easier to duplicate an existing slide and then just swap out the image that you want to put in the background. You can also add, with the add layer, you can add text. So over the top, you can place some text. Now I don't have an image in the background yet, so let's go ahead and put that in there. Okay, there we go. Now you can see that there is text that I have over the top. And if I double click on that, it'll give me the box to put in my text. And just be sure to kind of hit this green check mark when you're done. Certainly I can make that text larger. It's pretty small right now. And overlay that as needed. This tool is a little trickier. You have to remember that the site is responsive, so everything in this page resizes for every size device. So this text also resizes. It's best to keep the text sort of centered on the page so that whether it's as wide as a computer monitor or as wide as an iPad or as wide as a phone, you're always going to be able to see that text if it's floating in the middle. So just a tip on that. When you're done making edits for the slider, you want to hit the green Save Slide button, and that will save it, and they will run in the order that they're showing up in here. So you can drag them and put them in different orders if you want. And the only other major thing in your site is Teams. So let's go over here to Teams. This is your staff, and you can click on staff. You'll see that everybody's in here. You could change out photos, you could delete the person, you could update their email or their biography. All of it is pretty easy to get to. There's places to add other things other than email, but right now we're just including email, photo, name, and then their job title. So if you have any questions about that, give us a call here at Firehouse Design. We can also get you signed up for quarterly updates where we manage all of that and the photos and things for you. Thank you. Bye-bye.